So this was or is my very first mural. It's a digital mural that was done collectively with about 6 to 10, about like 15 other students here at UCLA. And we were able to pose in any way that we wanted, but the theme of our mural is really talking about all this knowledge that we have the privilege to attain at UCLA, and what does that mean? What does it mean to have access to higher education and be a person of color, and specifically a woman of color, and in relation to attaining knowledge that serves our communities. So where I'm positioned in this mural is between the city, which symbolizes community, and Spark, which is really in many ways for me has been that link and that constant reminder between community service, social justice, and academia. So I'm between Spark and what symbolizes the community, and I decided to pose with my arms extending, kind of to symbolize that that I'm very much grounded in understanding that there is no disconnect, there is no border between academia and returning to our communities with this knowledge. But yeah, it was a photograph that then was painted over, and under the guidance of Judy, she really like guided us in many ways with just painting techniques, but more than anything with the reassurance and the confidence to not be scared to create art, but most importantly, public art. So this, for me, seeing this piece and seeing myself really enforces a lot of my personal beliefs about the difference that art can do in communal settings, but also individually. And it's whenever I see it, I remember Judy would come out multiple times from the way back, and I was like, oh, I have long hair, how can I incorporate it in a unique way? And Judy would keep saying, she's like, you need to let her hair free, let her hair free. So in many ways, I think it was also her telling me to, like, you know, let go of your worries, let go of any fears, like just like dive in and learn and take in the process. So I mean, now we just finished up mural number 2, so it's really cool, and it's really awesome and empowering to see yourself on a wall. So are about, you know, which will go in there. Then we're gonna have like an editor's block. There it is. Any
pictures, any pictures from my Facebook.
Right to the car. That it's, oh wait, she's still selling ice cream, but it's like the ice cream truck, and all these children are like coming around, but I don't know, it's because her license plate comes out. I don't know if that would be a problem. I mean, nobody's face comes out, but the license plate, I would hate for like somebody to run it, and I don't know. You'd be surprised how many times I'll order coffee and I'll be like, I used to say Claribel, but then I'm like, Claribel. And then they're like, the other day, there's been a few times they're like, Caramel? Your name's Caramel? I'm like, no, Claribel. But, yeah, like being here in academia at UCLA, at the Ivory Towers, yada yada. I mean, there is like certain expectations, and it's weird. It's like these unsaid like expectations of how one should act and how, you know, let's be politically correct. Let's, you know, of course in different spaces it varies, but with that comes really sometimes suppressing other parts of my personality, and it's almost like a skill now, like being stepping onto campus. It's like, you know, let me put my scholarly hat on, but that also does come at the cost of suppressing other parts of me that I need, that make me who I am. I mean, I would even argue like my work is sacred because of the topics I talk about, because of my position in wanting to elevate stories that have been historically erased. But with that comes a big responsibility that I think many women of color, or many scholars, many mother scholars have to balance and have to juggle. And it's like, how do you adhere to the requirements and the expectations, and sometimes crazy expectations of academia, while still honoring who you are as a mujer, as a mother, as a sister, and balancing all these different assets of your life without fully, I don't know, to a way where academia doesn't consume you to the point that, for me at times, I've become unrecognizable sometimes to myself.